Hey everyone, it's JoJo, and today I have a toy unboxing and review for you all. I have Digimon Fusion by Bandai. On the left we have Mail Birdramon, and on the right we have Greymon. So I'll be doing a double unboxing. So Digimon Fusion is the latest season of the Digimon series, and it is still going on. And I believe it is over in Japan, but in America the English version is still being aired on television. So first let's unbox Greymon. Now here's the front of the packaging of Greymon. In the original Digimon series, Greymon actually had orange skin and grayish blue stripes, so it's kind of reversed in this series. Here's a nice display of them here, and there is a card, a collector card in the back, and on the bottom it says Digi-Fuse, collect, fuse, and battle. So you could fuse Greymon with Mail Birdramon to make a new Digimon. And like I said before, here on the back, where you fuse Greymon and Mail Birdramon and you get Metal Greymon. And I'll actually do that during the unboxing. Here's some other Digimon Fusion toys you could get. Shoutmon, Bellissamon, and Dorulamon. Combine all of them together and you get Shoutmon times 4. And the sword is actually Starmon and Pigmon fused together. Here is the collector card, where you could use it for the Digi-Fuse loader, which is kind of like this season's Digi-Vice. So let's get to unboxing of Greymon. So inside of the packaging, you get this instruction manual of how to put Greymon together, because he does come a little bit disassembled and you have to put some things together. It also shows you how to put Mail Birdramon and Greymon fused together, so that's pretty helpful. And here is the collector card, which is also capable with the Digi-Fuse loader. And I gotta say, I really love the graphic on the card right there. It looks very, very vicious. And on the top left is the symbol for the Blue Army, I believe, in the Digimon Fusion anime. And again, Greymon, the nice graphic right here. DF029, which is probably its serial number. And here on the bottom, just a nice graphic for the card. And here's the backside, the logo for Digimon Fusion. So that's a neat collector card to have. Now let's get on to Greymon. And I've got to say, he looks pretty cool. Let's start off with articulation. He does articulate at the legs. It's pretty much a ball and socket joint. Let me show you real quick. It snaps off really easily. And but when you snap it in, it stays really nice and snug, so you don't have to worry about it coming loose or falling off while you're playing with it. So it moves around at the thigh and here at the ankle. Same goes for the other side. And the tail swivels all in a circle, can move all around like that. And same goes for the arm. It's just at the shoulder part though, not at the elbows. The elbows are just, this whole part is just one piece. Also the head is a ball and socket, can move around like that. Also the mouth can move up and down. And it is made of mostly plastic, but except for the top part here, this is kind of like a soft rubber part for safety measures, so it's not too pointy or anything like that. But overall, it's a pretty simple paint job, I guess. But it has a nice shine to the horn and on top of the helmet here. And overall, I think it's okay. The only thing I don't really like about it is that it has these holes, like these gaps inside of the limbs. I'm not sure if that's because they're trying to save plastic, or if it has something to do with the Digi-Fuse. Perhaps things will go into certain areas so they could come together. But that's about it for Greymon. Overall, he looks pretty cool. It's sturdy, it stands pretty well, it's not gonna wobble or anything, and it's a pretty cool toy to have. And let's move on to Mail Birdramon. Now here is Mail Birdramon. The packaging is pretty much the same, except that it has Mail Birdramon on the front, and on the back it's also pretty much the same, showing the fusion between Greymon and Mail Birdramon to make Metal Greymon. Same goes with the different toys you could get, and the collector card here on the right. So let's just open this guy up and review him. So inside the Mail Birdramon package, you also get an instruction manual on how to put Mail Birdramon together, and also how to fuse it with Greymon. Here is the collector card. Also, I love the graphic of Mail Birdramon. Really nice artwork on this. Again, this is part of the blue team, DF037, which is its serial number, and I just noticed that there are little numbers around the graphic, which is probably some type of reader for the Digi-Fuse loader. And on the back, the Digimon Fusion logo. Now let's get on to Mail Birdramon. I really like the look of him because he looks like a jet, like a fighter jet, but half bird, and it looks pretty cool. So with Articulation, it has the same ball and socket thing. Tail moves all the way around, and I gotta say the tail looks pretty amazing. It's like a giant claw. Here, the feet, same ball and socket. It moves in a lot of directions, in all directions pretty much. Same thing on the other side. And the wings do flop up and down, and forward, back, wherever you want it. Here, the base of the neck also moves around. The head turns. Also, this little part of the neck, like the vertebrae, I guess you could say, this only first one turns just like that. So a lot of movability with this. Also on the top, kind of like its back part, which is also part of Greymon for the Digi-Fuse, this also moves around like this. I don't really like how this ball is showing. It just looks very ugly, I guess. Like I wish they would have done something to hide that. But again, it is a children's toy, so I don't think children are really going to care about that part. They're really just going to care about the Digi-Fuse. And again, it has these empty spaces in the plastic, which I really don't like. So I don't know if they're going to, if it's for saving plastic, like I said before. It just feels very light, and I wouldn't say cheap, but again, it is a children's toy, so that probably wouldn't matter to them. But overall, I think Mail Birdramon looks pretty cool, and since we have Mail Birdramon and Greymon both out of their boxes, let's do a Digi-Fuse. Greymon and Mail Birdramon Digi-Fuse into Metal Greymon, and he looks pretty cool. And when I was doing the assembly, I used almost every bit of each Digimon toy. The only thing that was left over was Greymon's arm, which is replaced by Mail Birdramon's tail. So let's look at all the parts of Metal Greymon. So this, like I said before, is the tail of Mail Birdramon, the wings of Mail Birdramon, the neck up here. The blue and silver part are the body of Mail Birdramon, and this is what I showed before on the top of Mail Birdramon's back is the helmet for Metal Greymon. Also, these little protrusions right here are Mail Birdramon's feet, and on the back right here is actually his head. Now everything else is Greymon. You can see the legs, the feet, the body, the tail, also the jaw, and on the very top is the original Greymon head, the top part. Now, I'm not touching it because it's pretty off balance, which is a flaw. Before I get to the negatives of it, right now, he looks pretty cool. It's pretty big, and it just looks really, really awesome. I love the fusion between the two Digimon. So the Digimon Fusion series is actually a really awesome series. Now let's get to the cons of the fusion. So I'm going to pick them up real quick. And as I was putting them together, I don't know if you could see, there might be too much light. Let me just turn the light away. Okay, so you could see right here, this is the original color right here. And you can see that little bright, lighter color line right there, that's actually stress on the plastic. So that is probably going to be a major flaw in the long run. So this is my first time actually just putting it together, and it's already kind of like almost stressing. It's same thing on the other side. There's a stress point right there, but that's the only part that's having problems with it. Also, some of the joints, I mean, some of the ball and sockets don't really fit or stay very well. Like, I find that this arm comes out very easily. It's not very stiff. It doesn't stand very well. Also, it is very, very top heavy. So this is pretty much the perfect balance for it right now. The tail is kind of keeping it back. You want to have it like straight, pretty much the legs straight up. You don't want to have it flex too much, otherwise it's just going to fall forward. Other than that, it looks pretty cool. Other than some of the like the empty spaces showing, that's okay. I don't really see that as a major flaw, because this is a toy that's meant to be played with and not really meant to be displayed. But for me, I like to display my toys. But again, like I said before, this is a toy for children, so of course they're going to be holding it all the time, making it fly around, and it's a children's toy, so there are some things that aren't as detailed as an adult would like. But overall, he looks pretty cool. I love the wings. I love how the neck of Birdramon looks like a cannon, and it just looks really awesome. Overall, I think the Digimon Fusion toys are great. I love the idea of putting two Digimon together and creating a new one. Also, you don't have to create what's already been pre-made. You could get creative with it. You don't have to make male Birdramon. Perhaps Greymon wants to have Darulamon's head and Darulamon's tail, or Darulamon wants Greymon's tail. It's totally up to you, so get creative. It's really fun. I would recommend it to younger children, not so much adults, because like I said, there are some like empty spaces in the plastic. It's not as detailed. The paint job is very simple. So again, not for collectors, not for display, more for play, more for younger children. So I highly recommend it for younger children, and this is exactly what it's aimed to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and unboxing. If you'd like to leave any comments, anything I've left out, any insight, I'd really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a comment below. Otherwise, don't forget to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe if you wish, and I'll see you guys next time with more. See you soon.